Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, gamers from around Coast, it's me. It's today. Roots of Ruin under the microscope. Gates, what you going to talk about today? Oh, I'm going to talk about Roots of Ruin. Thank you very much. So, what I want to talk about today is a 180 from everything that I kind of see being talked about when I'm streaming. Because when I'm streaming, all that happens is complaints, things. Everyone knows how to game design. Everybody knows everything that there is to do. This card should get nerfed. That card should get banned. That card's too good. This card's too bad. I got skill issues. You got skill issues. We all got skill issues. God, can we both just always win? I hear those things all the time. So I'm going to go a 180 from that this week in this video, and I'm going to talk about what should be buffed. Okay? What should be buffed and why. And kind of, I'm going to give you my favorite idea and then a couple other ones. So, I went through the entire set, and I said of all these cards that are here, this card deserves to be buffed the most. And the card I picked, Reprocessor Xylaria. That's right. Of all the cards, that's the one I picked. One, because it's neutral, and then two, it's an epic. In Gods Unchained, going back to the very beginning, to the Genesis days, to those days, I always just kind of found that the going from common, rare, epic, legendary, all it really meant was how many cards are in circulation. It never felt like every other video game that exists, which is like, oh, here's, like a vendor trash, a green weapon, a blue weapon, a freaking epic, and then a legendary. Like, well, legendaries, I'll take that one back. Legendaries have done a very good job in Gods Unchained, but epics, I find are overshadowed in large part by like commons, like, and then the common, like most powerful cards in a set are the commons, and they're worthless because there's so many of them. And I get it because if epics. So anyways, what I think is as the card's rarity increases, so should its power level. And so Reprocessor Xylaria is a neutral 3-mana epic that when you read the card right now, what it does is it's a 2/4 frontline that destroys a Sporophyte, and if you destroy a Sporophyte, it then destroys the relic and mills a card. So it's a conditional, like what? 3 effects? It buffs, it destroys, and it mills. And so like, if you line all those things up, and it still just kind of comes in average. Even when you line all of those things up, it just feels blah. Whatever, like the front line, whatever. It even if the Sporophyte that you destroy, like you have to destroy your own resource, and then the Sporophyte will buff it. So if it hits and lines up, it's sitting there at a 3/4 3-mana front line, which I find trades out not even 1-for-1. It's just like, a little less damage for one turn to your face. There's always kind of an answer to it. There's no tempo swing unless you hit the relic. And then and so like even the relic hate, like it's great when it hits, but if there's no relic out there, then it's just dead text. And so like the card right now, what it does is it spreads its power across 3 effects, and all 3 effects are all just kind of, they're situationally good, and then so what it's trying to do is trying to be removal, it's trying to be value, and it's trying to be tempo all at once. And with that, it just kind of does everything kind of mediocre. Like there's a lot of relic removal at the same mana cost that does something, and just lasting effects are a lot more powerful, like Ico or Rust or you know, I think Deception has like an infinity relic removal nether. There's like spell boost relic removal, I think. Anyways, the so when you when we're buffing, like, you know, you can get a stat increase, you can get like an effect increase, you can get whatever. I don't want to redesign the card, but what I you know, like if it came in at a 3-4, and because here's the other thing to consider too, is since Evolve Upward got the design correction, the whole deck at once became a lot slower, you know, without the mana cheating from Evolve Upward. And so with that, I think there's room to allow the Everborns more room in the like mid early game, you know, the 3 to 5, because there's not that guaranteed win at 6. So yeah, so here's the thing. Here's what I would like to see from this card, I think, and I think this is fair, is the one of two things. One, if you kill a Sporophyte, mill a card, it does 1 damage to the board. So when you're behind, it catches you up. And because, man, like, I really like the milling, but the thing is, one mill doesn't really do anything. Like, you really need to commit your deck to that for it to be there. So it's very conditional. And and then the majority of the time, the relic removal is dead text. So if you mill a card, it does 1 damage to board. And I would like it to be targeted. Does that make death too good? Probably. And here's the thing: when I'm thinking of this buffing, I'm thinking about standard format, I'm thinking about my league, and I'm thinking about the competitive thing that I'm coming at. I'm not thinking Eternal. I never think Eternal. That's garbage. I'm never thinking Eternal. I'm not thinking all the million recursions and the draws and the necronomics. I'm not thinking about that. I'm thinking the very limited card pool that will hopefully be fair. Here's the one that I really like. So yeah, you could do a little bit of a tempo swing. So if you kill a Sporophyte, you mill a card, does 1 damage. Because then I think that if it's sitting there at a 3-4 and you do 1 damage, then it trades out 1 to 1. The one that I would like to see is if you kill a Sporophyte, destroy a relic, you draw a card. That's the one that that's the one I like to see. That's what I like to see. I have my epic card. You know? The Everborns, they're kind of soft on the draws. Because, like, they have 2 of the neutral scaffolding, there's 2 cards that draw. The Mycology, that's 4 Cs and draws 1 if you have a Sporophyte out there. So it's a conditional 4C draw. And then the other one, which is the 4 mana, kill 2 Sporophytes and draw. And I can only freaking get 1 draw of that card. I don't think I've ever freaking killed 2 Sporophytes and drawn 2 cards. I almost went with that card for this week of like, yo, this is the card that should maybe be buffed, because I wanted to see it. And not just buffed, I thought it should kill 1 Sporophyte on board and 1 from the void, and then draw 2 cards. Because against smart players, they're really good at denying the value engine of the Everborn set. And but yeah, so anyways, I would like to see a draw, you know? So what the card would be is, if everything lines up, now sitting there at a 3/4 body front line, destroy a relic, mill a card, and draw one. And that, I know that looks loaded, but it is an epic card. And here's the reality. The relic removal and draw only sometimes happens. Only happens sometimes. Milling one card is super low impact, unless of course you designed your entire deck into that. And the Reprocessor Xylaria, it still takes setup. You know, it's not like 3 mana, do everything, who cares? It's 3 mana, conditional, value spike in the right spots. You know? And so the questions to ask if you're playing Devil's Advocate is, does this create non-games and auto-win situations? Does that? Does this reward good timing and matchup awareness? You know? Because that's exactly where I want cards to be when it comes to competitive play in Standard and in the League. Cards that reward good timing and matchup awareness. You know, like holding this card back, waiting for the relic to be played, destroying it, milling, drawing. Because the good players will deny you those. They'll create as much dead text as they possibly can on the card. And so why do I think this is a healthy buff? One, because the Evolve Upward is not such a game wrecker. That the 4 to 5 manas kind of need a little bit more. I'm finding it difficult to even get Evolve Upward cooking. You know, most of the time it's just getting 2 cards for 5 mana. And normally they're just Sporophytes. I'd like to see a little more ability to get that card going. So why is it a healthy buff? Well, it just makes it good against relic decks, which would feel great, as it should. Against non-relic decks, then it's still kind of the same thing. You know, the game just has a lot of like free relics, you know, like cards that create relics that create value. That I think having a card like that plays into that would be kind of cool, you know. The effect of like one draw when it things, it doesn't that effect doesn't snowball out of control, and it doesn't bypass any of the rules of the game. It'd be situationally powerful and like a skill reward in a game. Yeah, and I think where the card could be seen too powerful is if relics just they're just way too common. But then the card like this would chase away those cards, which wouldn't be a bad thing. So yeah, Reprocessor Xylaria. With Yates's buff, it would sound like a lot, but only when everything lines up. And you know, if I've built my deck properly and I've timed things just right, I should get paid. I should get rewarded for that. And if my opponent is not situationally aware, I should get punished. So yeah, that's this week. That's the card I picked, Reprocessor Xylaria. 3 mana epic. Right now it seems kind of soft. I'd like to see the epics get a little bit more respect and you know, deserving of the rarity and deserving of the value that they come with, because they're able to do just a little bit more than the commons and rares, you know? Them freaking grays and greens, blues. Okay. Anyways, you let me know. You let me know. If we're going to buff one card and one card only, which one is it and why, and what do you give it? What do you give it? Best comment. I might do a follow-up video if there's a good one. Otherwise, hey, we'll see you next week. Okay, take care, guys. Keep slinging, and we'll see you when we see you.